Okay, we're back for another week of the ABCs of running. This week we're going to work on starting to get some strength in our lower legs and being able to improve our strength so that we can run faster, because F equals MA and we want to run faster. So what we're going to work on to start out with is squats. So we're carrying on with our ABCs, abs, butt, and chest, keeping good and strong. And all we're going to work on is really a hip hinge to start out with. So we're going to want to move at our hips, bend our knees, and get down into this squat position, keeping our back nice and straight. If we let our arms dangle, we kind of get this triangle shape here. And that's really what we're looking for. To come out of that, you want to really think that you're driving your hips forward to get nice and straight. So you're coming back through your hips, bend those knees, keep your back nice and straight, drive your hips forward. Okay, come back down one more time. Now, again, if you think of this triangle here, get a little geeky, it's an isosceles triangle, so there's the right angle, and that's where the hips are going to move. So you're going to drive through there, because the shortest distance on that race course is a straight line, and we want to run in a straight line the whole time. We're going to take that little squat movement now and put it into our deadlift. So you're holding onto the stick, you're going to drop down, that stick is going to go past your knees. You're going to bend your knees a little bit more. That's way too much bend at the hips. There, so there's your triangle. And come back up. Drive your hips through. One more time. Drive your hips back. Keep nice and strong. Shoulders are over top of those knees. And coming forward. Okay, so that's the squat kind of deadlift movement that we're going to work on. And that will progress throughout the weeks. All right, the next exercise, the bridge, we're going to do lying down. And it's a bridge because we're in the city of bridges. So what we're going to work on here is we're going to have our tubing skirt on around our legs. What that's going to do is going to help us maintain using our B for bum. Okay, the other thing we're going to really focus on is keeping our abs controlled. We're going to work on our breathing. You can check our Facebook page. There's a great video on breathing. We're going to maintain our breathing throughout. We're going to bring our hands up over top of our head, because we want to keep our chest up and open. What we're going to do here, we're going to cue our tummy by keeping our tummy nice and tight, cue our bum, and then we're going to lift our hips up off the floor. The thing you got to watch here, no arch in the back, because remember, we want this nice alignment with our shoulders, hips, and knees. Okay, so nice tight tummy, squeezing our bum, and then we're just going to drop back down again, hinging at our hips. Okay, and come back up. Nice tight tummy, keeping our chest open, using our bum, coming back down. Excellent. Okay, our next exercise is half kneeling rotation. One of the key things in running is we want to keep our hips running straight. But we know that when we're running, we're going to be rotating through our upper back so that we can keep running in a straight line as our legs are moving. So one of the things that we want to think about is we want to get into this half kneeling rotation position. We want to make sure that our bodies are nice and straight. We're going to squeeze our bum on our down leg side, because this is the leg we're standing on. This leg is kind of like an A now. And then what we're going to do, we're going to bring our hands up in W. That keeps our chest up nice and open. And then we're just going to work on rotating while keeping nice and tall, squeezing our bum, staying nice and tall, and keeping our chest up, and come back, and then go again. So the whole idea here is keeping nice and tall, working on our rotation, and that. Okay, one more time, and rotate. Now you see Karen, she's ready for her jazz hands as well, so let's see those jazz hands, and we're back. Okay, our next exercise is 4-point, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 points of contact. And we're going to work on extending one leg with the opposite arm. But let's just start with the legs. So again, remember our posture. A is for our abs. They're going to be working. We're going to still keep this chest up so our trunk stays nice and long. We're going to use our bum this time. So now we're going to straighten out one leg, really focusing on getting it long. Most people, when they do this exercise, think that they've got to lift this leg super high, and then they end up arching their back. We don't want that. The whole idea here is keeping that abs engaged so it's nice and strong, nice long straight leg. Now let's get the opposite arm reaching out. So just like from the last exercise, we were rotating. Now we're trying to resist rotation, keeping our hips nice and square, shoulders square, and nice and long. You're going to hold that for about a count of 5 and come back down. Excellent. Now, after all these exercises, you're going to be dead. So the last exercise is dead bugs. So lying on your back, okay, which kind of looks like a dead bug. Okay, so you put your legs up, hands up. Now you're doing exactly the same exercise you did in 4 points. So nice tight tummy, chest is up, lower one leg slowly, and the opposite arm. These arm and leg don't move. Okay, and back up. Now the important thing when you're doing this exercise is to make sure that when you lower your legs and your arms, you don't move your middle. But we don't want to grip. We're not trying to pull these ribs all the way down to our pelvis. So remember that video on breathing. Keep breathing as you do this exercise. Make sure that your back doesn't arch. Excellent. Great job. You weren't dead after all.